Today we are taking a deep dive into the housing market. It's January 2025. Let's see what happened in 2024 in real estate, how were prices, how were interest rates, and then let's take a look at 2025 going forward and what can we expect in the housing industry. If you're wanting to buy a house this year, or maybe you're thinking about selling and relocating, let's see what the market looks like for you. So here is the sales report by month, and this is for Salt Lake and Utah County. And if you look at this left column, it tells you the month that sold, and then the count is how many houses sold during that month. And then right here, you've got the median sold price. So if you take a look at December, this last month, we sold about 1,600. The year before that, 1,400. So we are definitely selling more houses. And if you look at November as well, our sales are up year over year. If you take a look at the median sold price, last year we're at like the upper, almost 500,000, just a little under 500,000. December 488. If you look at this year, we're at 507. 515. So the housing prices are definitely coming up despite, a slower market. It has been slower this year. At least it felt like that. But as you can see in the numbers, we're selling more houses. So there's still lots of buyers looking right now. And the sales price is still going up. People think we're going to have this crash. We just haven't seen it yet. We're just in a really great area that's high demand and not enough inventory to handle all the buyers. And right here, you look at, this is the sold to list price. So we're pretty steady, just a couple percent under listing price, which is what I've seen as well. This is a really good accurate number. You can see spring is closer to 100%, 99% of list price to sold price. This is a busy time of year. The spring is always when people start moving because they've got summer coming up. And if you look over here at days on market, the days on market have increased. So we're at like 29, 30 last year, and now we're over 30, even pushing 40. But yet our sales prices are still high. So we're doing really good at retaining our value here in the value. Retaining the value here in the valley is what I have to say, here in Salt Lake. So still a great investment, still a good idea to purchase. Our pricing, unfortunately isn't coming down. I mean, even with rates were up all last year, and we're still selling close to listing price. And we're still selling more houses than last year. So overall, the real estate market in northern Utah is still pretty strong. Year over year, we're selling more houses and prices are still staying up. They're not really going down. They're not budging very much, which is a little surprising because in the media, we hear people talking about this crash coming, and it just doesn't seem to be happening here in the Salt Lake Valley. It's a popular area. Lots of families love to move here. There's lots of jobs in the area. And so overall, it's a great place to live, and our housing market shows it. If you are looking to make a move here in 2025, maybe you live local already, or maybe you are out of state, feel free to give me a call, text me anytime. I'm here to help out. I can give you any information you need. If you're looking for specific areas that you like or a certain kind of feel that you want, just reach out to me. I can give you some information. Always reach out. I love getting phone calls and questions about the market, and I'm happy to help at any time. So what will have to happen for home prices to come down? So typically, it is more inventory. So if we get a lot more inventory on the market, we're going to have more houses for buyers to choose from, which can kind of level out the sales price, which we don't see happening anytime soon. Same with people, if they just can't afford their house anymore, they have to, do a short sale. If they can't afford their monthly payment anymore, they're losing jobs, and we just have a strong job market right now. So right now, in the foreseeable future, we don't see a reason for housing prices to come down. Even with the major pandemic we just had with COVID, prices totally went up. They soared, and it created a lot of demand and lots of buyers that were out looking despite having COVID going on. So even that couldn't crash our market. So for now, the real estate market is still strong, and we'll still continue to see housing prices come up. This year coming up, we expect it to be a really busy year in real estate, busier than last year. So we'll see what happens. Another question I get often is, how are foreclosures and short sales looking right now? Well, last year, 2024, we only sold 50 houses that were either short sale or bank owned or foreclosure. So very, very minimal amount of houses on the market right now that are in that situation. And just looking at the market today, there's only 24 houses on the market that are either in short sale or notice of default or in foreclosure, where there's a struggling homeowner that needs to sell their house. So it's very far and few and in between. There's not a lot of houses on the market that fit that criteria. So those numbers aren't climbing either. People can still afford their homes, and they can still continue to live in them. But if you want to see this list of 24, just comment below, let me know, and I'll send you over the list. See if you can get a great deal on a house. So let's switch gears and talk about interest rates for 2025. Do we think they'll go down? Do you think they'll go up? Well, we've got lots of forecasters that study this, and their predictions are rates will be about the same as they are now at the end of the year, maybe slightly lower. Some people ask me all the time, are we going to see 3 and 4% rates again? No, we're not. Not anytime soon, at least. Maybe far out in the future, but not in the next year or so, or even 2 years, honestly. So right now, we're expecting that rates are going to be around 5.5%, 6%, 6.5%. That's kind of going to be the new normal now. And so if you see a number in the fives, jump on it. That is going to be a great rate. So with the housing market, we've got, people sitting on the sidelines, waiting to buy until the election's over, waiting to buy until rates come down. Well, in the meantime, housing prices are just going up. We thought that by raising the interest rates, that maybe housing prices would come down because it does kick out people that can't afford to buy a house when rates go up. But unfortunately, that has not been the case. People are still buying houses and housing prices are still going up. So rather than sit on the sidelines, just get into whatever you can afford right now. Here is a quick look at the predictions for the year. As you can see, by the end of the year, the average, we're probably going to be around 6.3, 6.4. That's what's being predicted. We could see them go a little bit lower. We could see them go a little bit higher. We just don't know. But based on these sources, Fannie Mae, which is a big one, we're going to see rates just slightly lower than where they are today. So not that big of a change, really. There is a lot of demand right now in the housing market. End of last year, fall, winter, I hear people over and over again saying they're going to wait till the new year. They're going to wait till the election's over. And so we have all this demand that is building. So we expect 2025 to be a busier year when it comes to home sales. We do expect that prices are going to go up another 3, 4, 5%, just like it did last year. But unfortunately, it does also weed out some buyers, and the buyers that can't afford it with these higher rates, which is really unfortunate. Affordability is definitely a problem. There are ways to combat that. There are different programs out there that have grants available, or there's USDA loans that have zero down payment. There are some options out there when affordability is a problem. Another way that people get into a house when they can't afford it is to find some rentable space. So whether it's renting out the basement or buying a house that has like a little casita attached, or maybe an apartment above a garage, is a way that people are getting into houses today and being able to afford them. They can have additional payments from another tenant helping them pay their mortgage payment, and then it makes it affordable. So let's take a look at housing prices and let's see what happens going from winter into spring and then from spring into summer. So here is the data going back from February 2023. So as we can see, we've got the median sold price here. So February, March, April, you see it's climbing. Come, once holidays are over, people start moving. So from February, March, we're going up 485, 512, kind of dips a little bit in the summer. In 2023, it dipped a little bit more in October. And people just aren't moving as much, once school starts. So we have a little bit of a dip. And then once we get back into December, the new year again, now we've got it going up again. 488, 495, 510, 515. Coming up to springtime, we're definitely going to see prices on the increase. And then we're going to see them come down just a little bit come summer, but not a huge decrease, just a small amount. But if you look at going from January to May, even June, we've got a $35,000 increase in price. So it definitely helps to buy during the winter, like late fall, early winter, you're going to save the most amount of money. This winter and fall, we didn't really see that big of, price dips. We had a big dip right here in November. So once school started, we still continue to see, prices go up and down. They're kind of all over the place right here, but they still stayed pretty stable. Nothing too drastic happened. And November looks like a good time to buy. If you look this month here, 507, back here is 498. Even December, no one's really wanting to move during December. So November, December, definitely good months to buy if you want to get a good purchase price and have some more leverage as a home buyer. So now that we're coming into spring, January has already picked up in the market. We're already seeing more people when you look at houses in the last couple weeks. So we definitely do expect to have a stronger spring market this year. If you are a home buyer and you're wanting to get into a house this year by summer, I would definitely look sooner than later, because as the data just showed us for the last couple of years, as you wait in the spring market, every month housing prices go up and up and up. And we're already seeing multiple offers, and we are in January. So it's definitely picking up right now. I would not wait if you can afford it right now and you can handle the interest rates. Find what you can afford that's within your monthly payment and jump on it before the spring. When prices go up even higher, you're going to save tens of thousands of dollars. As we saw last year, the price went up $35,000 and it didn't come back down $35,000. So you definitely don't make up for it by waiting to be later in the year. You might save $5,000 or $10,000 if you skip to the fall or winter, but it's not a huge number and prices are still going up. So there is the data for 2024 and what we expect in 2025. What do you think? Do you think we will see housing prices go down? Do you think rates are going to come down or go up? Let me know in the comments what you think. And thanks for watching. Again, if you need any help in real estate, buy, sell, invest, please reach out. Here's my contact information. I'm always available to answer any questions, and I'll see you on the next video.